Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the K3 visa, and we're specifically discussing it in the context of the interview. Now, the interview can be quite a daunting proposition for those who are seeking admission for their Thai spouse to the United States. Many people fear it. In fact, I find many of our Thai beneficiaries, our Thai clients who are not really familiar or particularly accustomed to dealing with the U.S. government, they find it rather, frankly, scary, for lack of a better term. It can be a rather foreboding experience. Now, the thing to take away from this video is it is definitely a good idea to have professional assistance with the American immigration process. I think that can be said even more so now in the Trump administration with the addition of new complexities that have not arisen in times past. It's a good idea to have someone on hand basically to troubleshoot things that are unforeseen. That being stated, the interview preparation, it should not be viewed as an exercise of being coached or being having some sort of magic language to tell the consular officer, the interviewing consular officer, I should say, at the U.S. Embassy here in Bangkok, because there is no magic language. What one should be capable of doing after interview preparation is to concisely and honestly explain one's position, one's situation, one's history. The other thing I think many people tend to think with respect to the interview is that it's some kind of exercise in the government officer, in this case an interviewing consular officer with the Department of State, with that individual trying to sort of stump the applicant or embarrass the applicant or make them feel bad or something. That's not at all what they're doing. Their function is to do their due diligence in that interview, make certain that the person being interviewed is not in some way lying, is not in some way basically has no criminal history, isn't hiding a criminal history, things of this nature. Health and safety issues come up, making sure they don't have a communicable disease which can be transmitted to the American public upon arrival. These types of issues are what's happening. It's a due diligence exercise. It's not an exercise in making someone feel bad or in acting haughty and imperious. That's never been particularly my experience. They're simply doing these interviews in order to ascertain whether or not someone could be deemed inadmissible pursuant to the Immigration Nationality Act of the United States. So while interview prep I think is very important, especially for purposes of explaining the protocols that will be undertaken by the officers of the U.S. Embassy, in this case here in Bangkok, Thailand. So dealing with how one's going to be getting in, where to go, what to deal with, where to put these documents, what lines to stand in, where to pay relevant fees, etc. For the most part, when we do interview prep, or I should say when I do interview prep with my clients here, it's not a matter of sort of coaching. It's a matter of being able to concisely and honestly explain one's position, one's situation, and one's future intentions to a consular officer at the United States Embassy. That's it. That's what's going on. Now, that can be daunting and frustrating to someone who, A, doesn't speak English as a first language and has never dealt with the American immigration system in the past. And having proper preparation, more than anything, what I want my clients to be going into an interview prep is comfortable. Understanding what they're going in to see, what they're going to do, what the possible ramifications are, what are the possible avenues of circumstances that will arise after the interview. If it's approved, what happens? If it's denied, what happens? If they want more evidence, what happens? How do we deal with those things? That is the purpose of interview preparation, and also helping someone to coherently and concisely and honestly explain themselves to the interviewing officer so that a visa can be issued and one can presumably move to the United States. Because at the end of the day, that's the goal here, is getting to the U.S. So those who are interested in this topic, probably a good idea to contact a legal professional to find out more. And the thing to take away from this video also, never view this as an exercise in coaching someone what to say. It's helping someone and facilitating someone with honestly explaining their situation. We hope you found this video insightful. For those of you who are interested, we're trying to make videos to provide up-to-date information as soon as this information comes out. And for that reason, it may be a good idea to go ahead and click the bell button, the bell icon below, to go ahead and be updated as these videos come out, as you can go ahead and be apprised of the legal situation as it evolves.